Today we are going to deep dive back in the manga theater of Akira Toriyama's stories, which is literally about his short stories of what he has done over the years, which goes even way back to the point when he first published his first short manga. And we've already just recently did a review on that, but now we're going to be doing the sequel, which is called Wonder Island 2. And let me tell you, this story is definitely way more interesting than the first one, let me tell you. So anyways, as you can see with the first page, you have this really nice stylish outlook of what this story is going to be, which literally you can tell that Herring is literally just Dirty Harry, which that movie came out years ago, and all I have to say is thank you, Akira Toriyama. Now I feel old and ashamed. But anyways, as we go straight to the first page, when you think it's going to be some kind of action story, it turns into some kind of play drama on stage of people acting like Ultraman and monsters that are the police. And the chief has to be Ultraman, of course, because he's the hero, so you know he's got to be. But anyways, after their goofiness and all that, and having a monkey smack the chief in the back of the head to tell him to move the plot along by now, because he's wasting time trying to get this story going. And I love for this part, because that was literally one of my favorite moments, because I didn't know what was happening at the start besides them goofing around, and then just having this guy just show up out of nowhere, smacking him to tell him to move the story along was probably one of my favorite moments out of this whole thing. After dealing with that incident, the chief tells Herring that he has to find this guy who literally made fun of him because he called him a bald pirate mixed with a monkey and Astro Boy. And one of the cops literally says, I wonder if we will understand the references to this. Now, I want to point this out, Akira Toriyama. I want to know, is it the monkey, is it the bald pirate, or the Astro Boy? Because I'm wondering if it's the monkey or the bald man that you think we don't understand. And it's probably the monkey. I'm guessing it's the monkey right here, right now. That's all I gotta say. But after that whole explanation, he goes with this advanced robot that the chief gives him, which literally is a slow robot rowing a boat, and all he does was sing Row Row Your Boat for 3 whole days. And apparently he's supposed to be his advanced robot that could take him there. I'm starting to think he should have just took a plane at this point. I think Herring should have just took a plane. You know, probably would have got there faster. Just my opinion. Herring gets to Wonder Island. He sees a little egg, and sure enough, it cracks. It shows a lizard and burns his face, of course, because why not have a fire lizard on Wonder Island? Because anything can happen on this place, so why not? Then the next egg is the main guy from the first story, which I do recommend check out at the end after this video, by the way. He bursts out, and sure enough, he sees 2 suns, and one of them starts cracking, and it is a 3-headed dragon. And sure enough, their heads were tangled, but apparently he defeated them. And that part, I was a little confused, because how did you beat a dragon when he defeated himself? You can't beat something if it beat itself, okay? It's like if I beat myself at something and somebody says they took the credit for it, okay? That ain't right, okay? Tell the dragon he beat himself up, give him the credit, okay? He shouldn't take it. Give that dragon his own credit, okay? By the end of it, Herring goes back to the police station, all bruised, looks like Frankenstein, and sure enough, the chief says, oh, the guy's been in here this whole time. He's been in the city the whole time. So he sent him on a goose chase for nothing, when he thought this whole time he wasn't in the city. But he was. So the chief got wrong intel. And I don't know who gave him the intel. It could have been literally Herring, who was a Godzilla at one point. Could have been the guy that he's been calling Ganamon this whole time. Don't know why, but he keeps calling him this monster guy. What is this story anyways? But anyways, to sum up the story and give it the review that it deserves, I have to give this a 5 out of 10. Yes, even though this was one weird short manga to read, it had its perks and made the story way more fun to read than the last one. So kudos to you, Akira Toriyama. At this point, this was awesome to read, by the way. And I will point out the last page, of course, like I did with the last one, which he does talk about when he did make this story. Yes, it was a flop, even though I probably could have told him that after reading this, because there was a lot of confusing things that I have to question my own about what this story was about. But yes, it was a flop, unfortunately, but he didn't give up. He kept making more and more and more until he got to Aurelie. Yes, everybody knows Aurelie because of the popular manga, and also has shown up in Dragon Ball and also Dragon Ball Super. After that, then he created the next story, which was Tomato, the Cutesy Gumshoe. Yes, so that'll be the next one we'll be reading afterwards as well. So get ready for that, and I think it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen next. That's all I have to say from here on out. If he can keep making some interesting, corny mangas, then I think we're all going to be in for a great ride with this book. Let me tell you, this is going to be an interesting ride for all of us to read through. So let's go through all this together and let's just see how this goes, shall we? Anyways, guys, I'll see you guys all there. Make sure to check the video from last time. I recommend it if you have not seen it yet. I check it out so you understand what the hell I'm talking about with Wonder Island and how the guy with the shades and the cool hair and that looks like a caveman. You'll understand why I think he was the real main character and not the other main guy as well. Anyways, guys, take care. Have a great day.